How's it going, everybody? This is Flint from Flint and Steel Survival bringing you a video today. I just barely unboxed this on camera and realized I was flashing the address all over the place. So please forgive me. I'm going to reshoot this. It's going to be awesome, so just hang in there with me. Today in the mail came my SwissArmyZippo Bushcrafter. I'm super stoked about getting it. I was so happy. We've got a couple knives coming in that all were in a race with each other to see which one could get here first, and this was the guy that beat the rest. So his name's Nick over at SwissArmyZippo. Please go hit him up if you want one of these. This guy was 65 bucks is the international version. Let me pull out my calipers and get you guys some measurements. One thing you're gonna have to know is that jimping on a knife for me is pretty important. I like a good grip with my thumb, especially if I'm carving with it. So unveil my personal jimpings. I gotta clean them out real quick, but if you look, pretty uniform, but I just needed something. It didn't hurt the knife at all, for sure. I just needed something there. It felt like it was missing that, but the handle of this thing is so ergonomic and comfortable, I can't even believe it. Nick, you did amazing on this guy. Nice big blade for the size of the handle. I really appreciate that. Let's get some comparisons here real quick. Make sure I zero this guy. Once I made a whole video using these calipers, forgot to zero them, and I'm a quality control guy. So that just pissed me off. That was a long time ago though. I ended up reshooting that video. I don't even remember what it was. So it looks like 4.5 inches from the bottom of the handle to the top where it curves up. But if you go the actual handle, your handle being, it's 4.5. So from about here to the bottom is 4.5. And I've got big hands. I tell you what, it just melts into that handle. So ergonomic. Perfect thickness on that to really just get your hand around it. Let's give a thickness of the handle real quick. We're looking at about 0.7. So 7/10 of an inch. Get a blade thickness. I believe you said the international was an 1/8. 1.27, so pretty damn close to an 1/8. Great blade thickness. I really do like 1/8 of an inch knives. 3/16 are good if you want to go chop down the whole forest, but for just simpler tasks and splitting wood, this is all you're ever going to need. So this looks like a SwissArmyZippo, and I believe the company he contracts these ones through, Knives Ranch, I believe that says. I apologize if I messed that up. You can see their stamp was crooked when they stamped it, because this is a lot lighter than this side. This is heavy and this is really light, so it feels like they tipped it to stamp it. I don't mind that at all. Your SwissArmyZippo logo turned out awesome though. Another thing is, I thought the handles were blue. They're black. I don't care. I love black. It's just, that was strange for me to see. I mentioned that in the first video. I love the lanyard loop. That thing is perfect. I love the solid tubes that you can actually see that it's all one tube. That's a good touch. This is just as comfortable holding it backwards if you are into knife fighting or something. I don't know. This would probably be a darn good blade to throw too. If you really felt like it. De-eagle it and de-eagle. Maybe you should get you one of these and throw it. But yeah, I would recommend this to anybody. This is a great blade. Razor sharp, I'm sure. Let's do another cut test, because I've never cut anything with this before. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Razor sharp. So, great on that. The only thing I thought it was missing that I needed to add was jimping, so I just went and jimped it real quick. Feels real comfortable now. I still left plenty of edge to strike ferro rods with. In fact, I put them all away. I'll do ferro rods when I do my test videos on this guy. I warned SwissArmyZippo when he sold this to me. I'm like, if you saw my SCHF 32 video, you know what might happen to this, right? And he's like, should I be scared? And I said, you should be terrified. I'm not going to test it that hard. I just wanted to prove a point with that blade that you can get a decent survival knife for that price. This is probably the best priced survival knife I've seen that I would actually say is worth, you know, it was worth 65 bucks. It's way more value than that in this blade. If you're bushcrafting on a budget, this is the guy you want to have. I'm telling you what, right now, this thing is so comfortable. Another thing I noticed was that there was a lot of crap on the blade where it met the handle, like glue or whatever it was, and I just cleaned that off with my Scotch-Brite pad real quick. And wow, that's shiny. It's catching the light out of the window, hitting me in the eyeballs. Yeah, so I really like the 3 pins. They're set really well. The handle's really evened off. There's some small gaps here at the edge, but that's nothing big. It's on both sides. That definitely doesn't bother me. If it ends up bothering me, I'll sand it a little bit. Probably take care of that problem. Hairs on the blade. What the heck? Yeah, actually. Shaven sharp for sure. So please go out and get you this. Contact Nick through his YouTube page. He'll probably give you his email address to contact him the rest of the way. If you can afford it, go for the $160 American-made one. I'm always pushing American products. This is what I could afford because I was using up my knife budget. Earlier on in the month, came across this and just had to have it. It's the beautiful blade. Perfect for bushcraft, perfect for little tasks. Now let's talk about the sheath really fast. I don't want to waste your guys' time anymore, but please get this knife. That's the gist of this if you want to turn it off now. Real rough leather, really thick, nice leather. Let's get this. 1.14. So over an eighth, but that's a random measurement to have leather. I don't know why. Two rows of stitching. The knots in the sheath are kind of messy. I do mine a lot prettier, but I mean, for a production sheath, this is quite amazing. I really like the triangle they sewed for the belt loop. That turned out really well. Looks like, I don't know if they missed a hole or they all have that, or why there's one more up here. Maybe they cut it weird or cut it wrong, because these almost look hand cut. I don't think they're stamped or punched. So maybe he cut it, or whoever did it. Obviously probably not Nick, but whoever was cutting this, you can see the line right here. They just missed their line when they were, or this line. I bet they missed this line. Now that you look at it, this probably should go about right there. So they missed that line. I don't know. That's all skepticism, all assumption, but really nice, glued together well. The glue's coming out in some certain spots. That can be taken care of with a little bit of a buffing pad. Really nice dye. If you look down in the sheath, you can see the color the leather originally was, which is a real good color too. I'm real excited about this knife. I might end up making it a sheath. No offense to the maker of the sheath, but black on black would look sick, and that's the kind of leather I work with mostly, is the pre-dyed black. So I'm really thinking I can get a much smaller profile sheath as well, and get more use out of this knife. So I'll probably end up doing about this size of a sheath for it, maybe even right here, and then putting the belt loop on the knife, or even making a dangler. That would look sick with this too. So please, everybody, go check out his channel. If you don't want to buy a knife, that's fine, but go check out his channel anyway. Great guy. He shipped this out super quick. I got the message on Monday. It was shipping out Tuesday. I got my tracking number and stuff Monday, and on Tuesday I tracked it. It said it would be here Thursday. Here it is today, Thursday, and I got it. So I paid him last week, got it today. So that's great shipping speed. Great guy to work with, and if I haven't said it enough, go check him out. Thanks, guys. Bye.